As one of my favorite neuroscientists says in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, as you think different thoughts, your brain circuits fire in corresponding sequences, patterns, and combinations, which then produce levels of mind equal to those thoughts. As Dr. Joe Dispenza would say, you can't think greater than you feel. And if you're watching this video, then you want to get out of this loop of thinking and feeling the way you have for the past little bit, right? So let's figure out precisely how you can do this. So bear with me. So to reprogram your brain and the loop that it's in, we've got to first figure out what this loop even looks like. So the first thing that happens is that we feel the way that we think. So this means that if you're, for example, thinking really negative thoughts like anxiety, worry, rage, then you're going to feel that way, right? Because you feel the way that you think. And what happens then is that actually you begin to think, so we think how we feel. So what started off with you bumping into someone that was rude or unpleasant to you, who made you think unpleasant thoughts, and then you felt unpleasant emotions, or you start to think about something that you're worried about. So that could be your relationships, it could be money, it could be health. And when you think negative thoughts about these different topics, you begin to feel the way that you think. So you begin to feel those thoughts, and what happens then is that you start to think more of how you feel. So this turns into a loop. So bear with me, I'm gonna show you precisely what this loop that you're currently in looks like, and then we'll discuss how you can get out of it. All right, here we go. Hey, do we wanna do a face? I feel like, why not? Okay, so here we have our thoughts, and here we've got our feelings. Okay, and this is the loop that we are in. So our thoughts affect our feelings, and our feelings affect our thoughts. All right, so let me demonstrate to you how this works. So we start off with a positive thought, right? So that's what happens first. And what that does, your positive thought begins here, and then it goes to the loop of more positive feelings, right? So for positive, I'll just put a plus feelings. And then what happens in this loop is that when you think something positive, when you think to yourself, this is an amazing day, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to get this job, I'm going to be the person I've always dreamt of being, then these feelings come back into the loop of more positive thoughts, right? So when you think positive thoughts, you feel positively, you feel the positive emotions, and then you carry on to more positive thoughts. Bear with me, you guys. We're getting to it. So more positive thoughts, right, comes back into the loop of more positive feelings. And this is an endless loop, an endless spiral, where a positive thought begins to invoke these positive feelings and emotions, and then you create more positive thoughts, more positive feelings, and this just feeds off of one another. This is how you want to be. This is the loop that you want to get into. Because right now your current loop may be, and I'll put a minus for negative, it may have begun at a negative thought, which then turned into a negative feeling, a negative emotion. And then what that did is created another negative thought about yourself or about life. And that created more negative feelings and emotions. So as you can see, so this is the loop that we get when we begin with negative thoughts, which creates negative feelings, more negative thoughts about the situation, right? And then that creates more negative emotion. So there are two loops that you can be in. You can be in the loop of negativity, or you could be in the loop of creating a new life, of possibility, of positivity. All right, so I hope you're still with me. If you are, leave a little lightning bolt emoji below in the comment section, because we're about to get ourselves out of a loop that we no longer want to be in and create a new identity, because your thoughts really do become your reality and your personality. Guess what? Thoughts of your brain, thoughts of the brain plus feelings of your body, this is equal to your state of being. Now, what this means is that you cannot exist in a life that is greater than how you think and you feel. Your life will be equal to your thoughts and your emotions. Understanding that any reality that you're trying to create exists within the quantum field, you just need to learn how to access it. You just need to learn how to get onto the same wavelength and frequency as it. And you can do so by changing your thoughts. That way you change your emotions and you get out of a loop that is familiar to you, that is not creating the reality that you desire. Because one thing that I also want to explain to you is that your thinking, feeling loop, if you do that one time, that creates your mood, right? If you've got your loop of thinking and feeling the thoughts of the brain, then feeling your body, and the loop that we went through previously, when that happens once, you're just in that mood. Like, for example, someone gets your food delivery order wrong, the driver is late, the food is cold, and now you need to order something new because, well, you're allergic to peanuts, or, well, this isn't what you ordered and you're intolerant to gluten or dairy or whatever the mistake was. So you're gonna feel badly. You're thinking negative thoughts, which is causing you to feel badly. And that causes you to think more annoyed thoughts about the situation, which makes you feel even worse. And when that happens, you are just in a bad mood due to that incident. However, when you go through this loop over and over again, all of a sudden this thinking and feeling loop becomes your character. It becomes more than just a day, a mood, a temperament. It becomes your personality. And your personality, as we all know, creates your personal reality. And this is where I'm going to show you how to get out of your current state of being and out of your current thinking and feeling loop. So here we've got your current loop, which created your current reality. So we've got that in a box here because, well, you're feeling boxed in. This is creating a box, this is creating a type of life that you don't desire. And what was this created by again? Are you guys paying attention? Are you still with me? This was created by your current feelings. And now, in order to get out of this loop, something needs to change, right? You need to think greater than you feel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these current feelings, we're gonna take action, and we are thinking greater than we're feeling. You remember I mentioned that lightning bolt emoji, right? So there's a reason for this. I was already looking forward to trying a little lightning bolt on here for you guys. Gonna add some color to it. I hope my camera picks this up. We've even got some yellow here just to give you the proper visual. The lightning bolt, the action, the deciding factor that's going to change your current reality is you changing your emotions. So if you want to change your current loop, your current reality, you want to think and feel greater than the present moment, you have to change your emotions. You've got to learn to think greater, more better things than you currently are, because that is the only way that you will be able to change your reality and create a new one for yourself. New reality and a new loop. So this is your exciting new reality and your new loop. And I want to point out that loops are by no means bad, because imagine if you continue to spiral in this loop of growth, of feeling amazing, of accomplishing your dreams. That is the loop that you want to keep yourself in, a loop of constantly growing and thinking and feeling greater than being in a state of lack. So you can free yourself out of a loop you don't want to be in. And remember, the deciding factor is to learn to change your emotions. So even when you don't feel like it, this is really in there. Ooh. There we go. There are different ways how you can do this. So one of the most common ways is through meditation. I like to meditate early in the mornings or late at night, and doing a meditation in which you are visualizing and feeling into the life that you want to create for yourself is the most potent, powerful way in which you can change your emotions in an instant. Because when you're in meditation, you've let go of your worries that you were thinking about just before, because the whole point is to change your emotions, to change your emotional state. So meditation is super effective in getting you to change those emotions. Another great way to do that is by journaling. So journaling your thoughts and your feelings in the present moment to create new emotions. So what I like to do is journal about my success. I like to journal about how many people on planet Earth I'm helping with this channel, with my pick a card readings, with the books that I've published, my courses, my memberships. I like to journal on how I get to spend so much time with my friends and my family, because while I am a successful entrepreneur, I've still got a life. And whether those things are true for you at this point or not, that doesn't matter, because your brain doesn't know the difference between a feeling and something actually transpiring and happening, between the feeling and an event. Your brain does not know the difference. So tricking your brain into feeling the emotion of the life you want ahead of time is what is going to create this new reality for you and a new thinking, feeling loop. Because rather than being in a loop where you're not happy, now you've created a loop for yourself of excitement, of looking forward to the future. Another great way of changing your emotions is also to create some vision boards. Create vision board. So I personally have created a new vision board or manifestation board. It's actually going to be a book. I got myself a blank book where I cut out all of the images of the things I want to accomplish. I stick them in there. I have even photoshopped my head into the house I want to live in, the car I want to drive. I have photoshopped my business's name and my name on bank statements, income statements, which I am then putting into my vision board in order to actually be able to visualize and even better feel into the emotions during meditation of this new reality and thinking and feeling loop. Because when it comes to anything, whether it's being wealthy, finding your soulmate, being in an amazing relationship or marriage, a secret that a lot of people don't tell you, and why a lot of successful people stick to themselves, is because this is the formula. And if you know the formula, you will live that life. However, if you don't know the formula or you don't apply it, you will continue to be in the undesirable reality that a lot of us have been chained to. However, now you know how to get out of it. So my gorgeous soul, if you love this video, don't forget to let me know in the comment section. Wherever you are in this world, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming videos.